week on CWN, the spring sports are continuing to be very busy.
And our science classes have been working hard. I'm Kendall.
I'm Nathan, and today is Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. And you're watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review.
You know, Nathan, we are back here once again for another week on KRISTV News.
I'm super excited to get this show on the road, Kendall, and let's start off with our science classes because they have definitely been super busy with multiple labs.
They definitely have been.
Our reporter Cooper has been busy catching up with our science classes. He stopped by Miss John's AP chemistry class just a few days ago, and he got to take film while they did a lab over pH levels and concentration. Let's see how that went.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Johns, who did an AP chemistry lab this morning. What did y'all do?
Well, today we started first thing Monday morning, bright and early, with a lab over acids and bases. We've been working on it. We're pretty much done with the lecture part, and now it's just all the practical stuff and working on learning the material and everything. We have a test coming up, and so I wanted them to get some hands-on experience. There's like 4 different types of lab acid-base reactions we've learned about, and they all have different titration curves. And so what I wanted them to see is by doing the titration, they could see how the titration curves were different, where the pH would be with their equivalence points, which is when the hydrogen and the hydroxide ions are equal to each other. And they can then, from there, they can find out the concentration of their unknown acid. We know the acid, we just didn't know the concentration. So they get a little bit of math of that. And then we also had an opportunity to look at indicators. What we used was universal indicator, which goes through a range of colors as the pH changes, so they can kind of see all of it. But one of the things they need to be responsible for to understand is you need to be able to pick the right indicator based on where you feel like the equivalence point should happen. That's the pH that should happen, and based on that you pick an indicator. So we practiced on that a little bit today too. So hopefully they got a lot out of it. They got to see the color changes. They got to see using the LabQuest. We were able to use LabQuest, which then we uploaded into LoggerPro, and we were able to print out some really cool graphs where they can see the titration curve. So hopefully it was a good opportunity for them to take what we've been doing in class and what we've been talking about and seeing it in action.
Oh, I was there. It was pretty neat. There was like probes and stuff in the beakers, and it went through the entire color spectrum. It was neat. All right, thank you. That's all from here. Back to the studio.
You know, Nathan, I was actually there for that lab, and it was actually really interesting. That B-roll on top of it, it's no cuts. It's just sped forward, and the color did change that fast. So it was really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, Cooper then proceeded to catch up with Mrs. Burkhardt about her class's latest physics project from last week, which happened to be the famous egg drop project. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Burkhardt, whose class did a physics project today, or tested theirs. What did y'all do?
Well, they had to build a apparatus to take their egg to the ground. So from the stadium bleachers, it hit the pavement behind there. And so they were using what they've learned about classical mechanics, which we finished studying this last quarter, to design something that either changes the motion, so maybe slows the egg down and decreases its velocity upon impact, and then also something that kind of acts like your safety gear to minimize the force to the egg and hopefully so that their egg won't break.
And y'all dropped them from pretty high. I mean, it's amazing that you can maybe have an egg survive. Hi, I'm here with Antonio and Isabella. How'd y'all's projects do?
It went really well. We succeeded. Our egg did not break. It was good.
Yeah, it went really well. We actually went through 3 other prototypes, and those didn't work, and finally we landed on the one that works. So that was nice.
That's all from here. Back to the studio.
One of the engineering classes constructed some solar-powered vehicles recently. We spoke to Ms. Compton about those vehicles and what all else they have been doing. Here's Curtis with more.
Good morning, Wildcats. It's me, Curtis. I'm here with Ms. Compton, and they just did a lab last period with this car. Ms. Compton, can you tell me a little bit about what you're holding here?
Sure. It's a solar hydrogen fuel cell car. And with this car, the students are going to determine how much power they can get powering this car with the solar panel, how much power they can get with the fuel cell, and then how much power they can get from a battery.
Definitely. Right. That's pretty cool. And what class is doing this? What is this for? What class?
This is our engineering science course. It's a second-year engineering course. And with this course, we do a lot of applied physics and just exploring different topics that are related to engineering.
Right, right. Well, that's really cool. I like that. Definitely, if you enjoy building and mechanics and all that good stuff, definitely come and talk to Ms. Compton about this. So, yeah, that's really cool. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Kate interviewed our floral design teacher, Mrs. Reyes, to see what is happening over in the floral design department. We haven't caught up with them in a while, so let's see what's going on.
Morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Ms. Reyes right here at Floral Design. This week she has her students making flower arrangements. So, Ms. Reyes, can you just give me a little background about what the flower arrangements are for?
Yeah, so we're making arrangements mostly for our teachers that purchased to sponsor one of our students. We have an arrangement every once a month. On March, we had to do it at the very end because we were kind of busy. But and then the rest of the arrangements are probably going to go to some people around our community.
All right, that's very nice. And so just with the arrangements, what goes into them, how much time, and just how do you get your students to work on it and be able to make these designs that look so pretty?
Thanks. So it's going to take us 2 days. Today we're going to do like the cutting of the foam, putting it inside the vase, and then arranging the flowers. Tomorrow we're going to work on mechanics, making sure that all the arrangements are, all the flowers are looking good and that there's no foam being seen. What we're using today is we're using obviously our vase foam. We're using carnation, spider mums. We're using chrysanthemum buttons and some lilies and some bells of Ireland. And we'll start working with the flowers today. And then again, like I said, tomorrow we'll work on mechanics.
All right. Well, they look great so far. We can't wait to come out and check it out tomorrow and see the finished project. Thank you for allowing us to come out here and interview. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
And last week we introduced a weekly student report from GP to the show. I am so excited to say that we will be continuing that this week. It has been pretty cool to see what all the other Wildcats have got going on. So let's go ahead and send it to them for your weekly GP student report.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Layla Solis and I am here at our GP Wildcat Stadium. Here we are live with our girls soccer team against Nikki Rowe. We'll have our results later in the video. Here's the latest news from GP. At our CTE building, we welcome W.C. Andrews' Gifted and Talented program. The children were able to work with our experienced health science students in several hands-on learning labs.
We got to see how these elementary students' minds worked compared to ours.
Yeah, they were like little sponges that just wanted to learn everything and anything they could.
GP students recently competed at the 5A UIL academic meet for District 29. Nishi Patel, a senior in journalism, won first place in both editorial and headline writing.
We did pretty good at UIL, the invitationals and district, like as a team, and we really bonded.
She will be advancing to regionals held in San Antonio on April 23rd. And now, softball season has just begun. The Wildcats' goal this year is to get back into playoffs.
I think we've progressively gotten better. We had a rough start, but so far our chemistry is coming together.
Senior Jacob Thomas advanced to the Texas Relays held at UT Austin last weekend.
I'm really glad that I was able to get 16-2 outdoors, considering I haven't done it yet, and I did it indoors.
Playing at home, our girls soccer team defeated Nikki Rowe 2-1 in a tough game. The Wildcats got here by beating the Lady Toros 11-1 last week.
We appreciate the support, not only that which we have right now, but that which we've had throughout the year. It means a lot.
And that's the Wildcat news for this week's GPTV student report. If you like what you saw, check out these 2 QR codes linked to our GPTV Facebook and Vimeo pages, or visit gptvvideos.com. Thank you all for watching and have a great weekend.
You know, Nathan, that was actually pretty cool to see. Congratulations to Ms. Patel for the UIL advancing. That was a really cool achievement.
And it's really awesome to see what the other Wildcats across the bridge are doing, and so hopefully that's something we can keep doing.
Definitely, and you know, their girls soccer advancing to round 3. Can't wait to see where our girls soccer is at. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and take it over to Billy so we can find out.
Thank you, Nathan, and good morning, Wildcats. Last week, we announced a list of boys powerlifters who advanced to state for powerlifting. This week, we have the results for that meet for you. Here's one of our reporters with those results.
Hi, my name is Miriam. I'm here at CalallenTV, and I'm here with Coach Hofstetter. And the boys had a state powerlifting meet this Saturday. How'd they do?
The boys did actually really, really well. Very super proud. We had Alex Vela and Julian Caneda, our 2 seniors. We had Epi Hinojosa, a junior, and we had Aiden Hinojosa, a sophomore, competed at state. Evan Eden also competed, qualified for state. He stayed for UIL Academics, so we took 4 boys up there, and the 4 boys did extremely well. Alex Vela, our senior, our 123, placed in second at state. Hit all his numbers he needed to. Kind of expected. That's kind of where we expected to be. The kid that won it was extremely strong. Julian Carrera, the other senior, in the 132s got third, but he broke the bench press record with a bench press of 320 pounds for a 132, which is extremely good. Then we have junior Epi Hinojosa that PR'd in all three squat, bench, and deadlift. I think he increased his total by 105 pounds, something like that, and went from probably 8th, 9th place in the state, got a 5th place medal, and he was super close to getting actually in the 4th and 3rd. And then we had Aiden Hinojosa, sophomore, that competed in the 275s. He PR'd by 40 pounds on the squat, put himself in 3rd place. Actually, almost had a chance to get into 2nd. We were in as a team. Yeah, we got 5th. We tied for 4th. We lost the tiebreaker, so we ended up with 5th for the team. We got a Texas plaque that I should be picking up sometime this week, and extremely excited. You know, it was really awesome. We were super close to actually getting 2nd as a team. The boys competed really hard. It was like outstanding meet. All the kids throughout the state were really strong, and our kids were right with them. And I was so proud to be part of that. Our boys just got after it, and we did a really good job. Super proud.
Thank you, Coach Hofstetter. Make sure you say congratulations to the boys. Now that's all from me. Now back to the studio.
And the boys soccer team had their first playoff game last week against La Grulla down in McAllen, Texas, and managed to secure the win, advancing them to the second round of playoffs. This past Tuesday, the boys played their hardest game against Idea Frontier. We are proud of their performance this year and sad to see it come to an end. Wesley spoke to Coach McGinnis about their unforgettable season and thoughts on the game. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Calallen TV. I'm Wesley, and I'm here with Coach McGinnis. And for boys soccer, you guys had a really good season this season, winning the first playoff game against La Grulla. And how did you guys think you did overall this season?
I think it was a great season. We achieved a lot of our goals. We brought a district championship home, first time since 1996, if my information is correct. And our first playoff win since 2018.
All right, and I think all of Calallen should be proud of the boys soccer team, and I think they did really well. And are you proud of your team?
Oh, absolutely. One thing about this team is like their growth over the course of the season. If we compare where we were in preseason to where we are now, just a massive growth.
And overall, do you guys think you reached what goals you were aiming for towards the end of the season?
On one hand, yes, the district championship was definitely a goal, but also I kind of wish we would have gotten further in the playoffs. But the game we lost last night came down to the finest of margins, and that's what makes this sport so great.
Yeah, I agree, Mr. McGinnis. And thank you very much for having an interview, and that's all from us. Now back to you.
Our girls soccer team competed last Thursday against Vanguard and secured the win, having the final score being 15-0. They also went down and played this past Tuesday against La Furia and took the win again, with the score being 9-0. These Lady Cats are doing absolutely phenomenal and have advanced to the 3rd round.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here at Calallen TV, and I'm here with Coach Love, and we're here to talk about the girls soccer game. They won 9-0, so I know that y'all didn't get scored on last night. What is the key to that?
I think the biggest thing for us in regards to that is the girls have a goal, and the girls want to make sure that they don't get scored on, and so they work extremely hard to do that. And like we always say, I mean, our defense is stout. Make sure we don't let anything behind us, and then also when we're up at the top, if we're going towards goal, things like that. If for some reason we lose the ball wherever it's at on the pitch, it is our first line of defense. So no matter whether you're a forward or midfielder, you are also expected to play defense here. So I think that's probably our biggest key to that. And then also we have stout goalkeepers in the back that take care of business and help us make sure that we allow no goals against.
So obviously the plays and the drills and in and out of practice has helped. What are your measures?
I think the biggest thing for us in regards to plays and drills and that sort of stuff is we like to work on a lot of possession, but we also try to hit the basics every day. Every day we come in and we do ball mastery, we do volleys, we do passing, we do shooting, we possess, and so those are the things that So we do those things every day. We do the basics every day, because if you can't do the basics, it's really hard to do the really awesome things. So that's kind of how we go through our practices and that sort of stuff.
Well, you heard it from us. Make sure you're saying good luck to the soccer girls, especially coming up with round 3. That's all for me. Now back to the studio.
Softball competed against the Alice Coyotes and the Robstown Cotton Pickers this past week and had a phenomenal outcome. Let's send it to those interviewers who have all the information you need about these games.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and y'all had a district game against Robstown on Friday. Can you tell me how that went for y'all?
It went really good. We did come out and win.
I know you pitched on Friday. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
I did fairly well. You know, you can always be better. I'm going to work hard on today during practice to improve for tomorrow.
Reagan Tennell, a senior shortstop, had a good game with 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. She was asked what they wanted to continue to work on.
We're just looking forward to carrying our hitting over. We did a really great job against Robstown. We started off a little slow, but we started hitting the ball a lot better, and so I'm really excited to keep our hitting going and just keeping our energy up the entire game.
She was also asked to talk about the Lady Cats infield.
No, we're really confident up there. We have a young infield, like me and Bree are the only seniors, and all the rest are sophomores, and we have a freshman catcher, and so we're really young. We're just teaching them how to field the ball good and just be excited whenever we get an out and just pick each other up when we have an error, but we're doing really good this year.
Along with all the hits and RBIs, Alana Alvarez hit the only home run.
It felt pretty good. I'm just happy that I was able to bring something towards the team and towards the rest of the season.
And she was also asked, with all the games coming up and the likelihood of going to playoffs, how do you think the team is going to do?
I feel pretty prepared. You know, every day we work on something new, and it just gets us ready for the rest of the season.
I'm here with Brooklyn. So you got 2 home runs against Alice last night. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
Felt really good. We've been working hard this week and just felt really good.
And what are y'all doing to prepare for Friday's game?
We've been working really hard in practice, getting the ground balls, hitting, and just working as a team.
And on Friday, who's the game against and where is it at?
It's against Zapata in Zapata.
Okay, well, thank you, Brooklyn. Now that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The baseball team had an amazing game this past week against the Alice Coyotes, with Justin Lamkin pitching a shutout game. Let's send it to Maddie, who caught up with Justin and one of his teammates for more insight on this game.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Justin Lamkin. So, Justin, I know you pitched a shutout last night. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience, seeing all those zeros on the scoreboard. Just felt really good out there, and the team brought the bat, so it relaxed me up there when I was on the mound.
The golf team competed in their district tournament this past Monday and Tuesday in Alice. Billy caught up with 2 of our players about the girls' performance. Let's take a look.
Good morning. We're here with the first place golf team for the district tournament. Kayla, tell us how it went.
So we had our district tournament Monday and Tuesday in Alice. It was very rough, but we managed to take first place. Kaylee got first place individually. Erica took 3rd place individually. I took 4th. And Macy Compton took 5th. It was very fun and exciting tournament.
So you actually took home the district championship individually, but the conditions were terrible. Can you tell us how that affected your decision making while you were out playing?
Well, it was very windy both days, so often you had to take a longer club so it'd fly further and wouldn't get knocked down by the wind, or you would hit it along the ground because the ground is there's no grass out there, so it just rolls forever. And the wind can't knock it down if it's on the ground.
Well, that's all from us, and we're very proud of our golf team here at Calallen, and we'll take it back to the studio.
And like he said, the girls took first, making them back-to-back district champs. The boys' varsity team took 2nd place, and John Tennell took 3rd place individually. Both teams are advancing to regionals in Victoria. We cannot wait to see how they do. And best of luck to the rest of the teams, girls soccer playing in the playoff games, and golf competing in regionals, and baseball and softball. Can't wait to see what all those sports teams do. Well, and that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now let's send it back to Nathan.
Thank you very much, Willie. And we got to find out. Girls advancing to 3rd, super exciting. And like I said last week, I really wish GP and our Wildcats, we could go head to head with that girls soccer. That'd be such an amazing game. Sadly, we can't. But let's see where we go.
And congrats to the boys on a great season, although maybe it ended sooner than what someone would have wished for. They definitely did a great thing. I believe making history here in Calallen, first time, winning district in a long time. And so it's great for that team, and we're very proud of all their accomplishments. Well, now let's send to Jolie with today's weather forecast. What's in store for us today, Jolie?
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Outside, it is 76 degrees with a 21% chance of rain and those northeast winds blowing at 9 miles per hour. As our day continues, our temperatures are rising all the way up to the low 90s. Great temperatures, a little bit cooler than what we were seeing earlier this week, and our chances of rain are minimal through the rest of the day. Our wind speeds are staying fairly above 10 miles per hour, which is great considering we had those harsh winds earlier this week. As our week continues, our temperatures are staying fairly consistent in the low 80s. Our chances of rain picking up on Monday and scattered thunderstorms all throughout the Robstown area. And we see those wind speeds pick back up, blowing those rain clouds in. There are 48 days until graduation. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Jolie. Definitely got to see that those temperatures aren't as high as they were last week.
And I saw some new pictures.
Yes, I thought I'd change it for the warmer temperature. We're getting closer to summer. Only 48 more days. I'm excited.
And the countdown for graduation is getting a lot closer, too, as well.
It really is.
Well, that's all I have for you today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, guys, what's big and gray and doesn't really matter?
I don't know, Nathan, what?
And irrelevant.
And for all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all of the latest updates. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always, stay classy, Calallen.